Now I'm going to put also in here what I've sort of created as the daily protocol, because with the planners we have the 21 days, and I just have the actual book here, so I can make sure it's going to be the same. I'll put the PDFs and the copies in here as well, so you can access them. But with the daily protocol, I put it down as a few steps of how I had envisioned when I created this whole idea of doing the 21 days and what I thought it could look like for the next 3 weeks or 21 days. And, I'm going to tell you it's up to you how you want to do it. But if you want to do it the way that I'm describing here, knock yourself out, because I'm sort of one of those people that's an all or nothing. So if you were going to give me something to do, I'm going to try and do it the best of my ability. I'm going to try and get an A+. I'm going to listen to everything you're telling me. I'm going to add in all those little pieces as well. Because if I was focused on trying to change my mindset or do something different, then I'm going to be all in on doing it if that is what I thought would help me get to the next step. Don't get me wrong, there are many things I've started and not completed all the way through. So I'm actually putting myself on my own 21-day protocol, not with money, with something else, just to prove that I can do it, because I don't talk about things unless I do them as well. Okay, let's continue. Daily protocol. So for number 1, now, this is where you can create your image of what money looks like for you. So earlier in the book or in the videos, we spoke of how we create how money was going to look for you. And for me, it was going to be the image of this man, blah, blah, blah. And it can be whatever it is for you. So first we need to determine what that is, because that's what you're going to use is the essence of you wanting that money or wanting to try and bring that in to whatever it is you're trying to manifest. And then the second thing is choose a money amount or object you want to create in the 21 days, because we are going to use the 21 days to use that image of whatever that thing is we want, but we're going to try and attach it to something. So let's just say, for instance, when, I want $1,000, and I mean, you can choose whatever you want here. I was going to tell you to not go over the top, but honestly, do whatever you like. If you want to try and get into that energy of manifesting $1 million, or whether it's something where you just want to try and manifest like $50, or maybe it's a free meal or something, you can. I don't think it's going to matter. People are going to tell you that's wrong, because people are going to say, oh, if you're down here, you're not going to be able to make $1 million. I don't know. You can do whatever you believe you can do. So create something that you want to achieve in 21 days. Then you're going to, number 3, create a story about it using fantasy and desire of how it will come to you. So we spoke about the storytelling and using fantasy. So we've created that image of what money looks like, and we're going to make a story and make it big, bold, weird, wild, and truly out there. Now, number 4 here, I've written, use those 3 steps to create that ultimate feeling of desire and hold it for as long as you can, and then let it go. So this is something, and this is how we address it in step 5, is do that whenever you want during the day, or use it 3 times a day along with the 369 method, which is included in here, and we will get to that. So what that means is, because we've created the object of the thing is that we want to desire. And honestly, if you don't want to create an object and you just want it as money, or you've just decided you want to do a card, just do whatever it is, whatever those things that you desire, those things that turn you on, those things that are going to make you feel good, use that. You are then going to create a story. So imagine whatever that thing is that you want. You are now going to create a story in your mind, make it as crazy as you want. If you need to watch shows, or you need to read other books, or watch movies, or look at comics, whatever it is, just create just a story that is so exaggerated and ridiculous, but obviously something that you enjoy, something that you like, something that's going to give you that desired effect. Because that is the feeling that you are going to hold into as we work through these actual daily planner days with the activities that are in there. Because after we have that, it's And I have not set it out so that you have to do this a million times a day. You need to do it for this length of time. There's so many different ways that you can bring that energy into you. But if you are creating, because if you're doing this brand new, if you're creating something that you really want from a truly desired space, and maybe you are using it as a person, as this fictional character or person in the essence of what you want that money to feel like, and you are bringing it in maybe that sexually tension type manner where you are building and feeling yourself in that place to lead up to an orgasm or whatever your desires or creations are, that you are using the feeling of that, the energy of that, and you are creating these wild and fantasy filled stories of the way that that person is doing or being those things in order to bring that money to you, because this person is money, etc. And you're feeling into that. The secret would be to try and hold that for as long as you can. Obviously, I'm not talking about hold on to it for the whole day, because we still need to let it go. So I would suggest using that story, because when you're creating a story, and the trick is with the story, you can use the same story and grow on it if you want. So if today you started creating the story and then tomorrow you use the same story, but you added this in, or you changed that, or you changed this up, or you did this different, you can do that. Or you can create a whole new story 5 times a day if you want. I've written there that you could use that with the 369, because that's at least 3 times a day that you can sort of feel into that energy. But I definitely suggest at least doing it in the morning and at least in the afternoon before bed. They are going to be the 2 most potent times, but you know what I'm going to say. I'm going to say that, maybe 3 times is a nice little number for you to do it. I've not given you when to do that. It is something that you can create for yourself and something that feels good for you. But you do need to get into the habit of creating that and having that feeling, that feel good feeling, and then being able to build it up to such a point where you can't build it up anymore, and then you're just going to let it go. So coupled with that is going to be all the manifesting tools inside the planner. Yes, they are all basic manifesting tools that you've probably done a million times before. But what this is doing, this is giving you this habit of creating and being in this space of trying to manifest money, because that's what this whole book is about. Remember, even though we're trying to do it from the space of our own desires and the things that we really want to create, and we're trying to raise that frequency of who we are. So we're sitting in it from a place of us bringing that energetic feeling within us to be expressed outwards in order for these things that we want to come into us. But when we're coupling it, you can't see it in here, but you'll see it anyway. You'll have a copy. All these standard basic tools are then just helping you lock into that idea of that money or that thing coming to you, so that you can use your affirmations, you can add in switch words, you're doing placemats. That's where you're doing the doing things to help solidify the feelings that you're having and the things that you are bringing in. We have daily spending, gratefulness, morning, afternoon, evening. That's for your 369. And then there's a few other things that I've added in there, but that's just going to help you get into this routine, to get into this feeling, this whole energy of money, and the way that you are feeling about it, the way that you are bringing up your frequency, the way that you are desiring things, the way that you are using as many things as you can to try and bring this into your life. Because the more things that you are doing, because that is going to start not give you as much room to be holding on to maybe some negative thoughts, or putting in the worry or the doubt or the fears or those other things that you constantly think about all the time. So it's just filling up that space with the things that could be actually working for you. So number 6 was just using all the other manifesting tools daily to help boost your desire. At number 7, I've written, know that it already exists and trust that it is coming. So you will get a lot of doubts and thoughts in your mind that tell you, oh, it's not going to happen, blah, 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 you suck, you're not going to get that, it's not going to come in, this is going to happen, blah, blah, blah. You're going to have to look at those and you know, maybe even use some of those money belief techniques to try and find a way to look at them and feel them and move through them. They're not going to help you. But if they do come up, that is actually really good, because then you get to look at them. And that's exactly what this whole process is about, is moving you towards those things that you want, so that you are in that frequency of where your energy is clearer and it is able to receive exactly what you want to receive. And that's exactly what I've written here at number 8 is, and then any beliefs that come under believing any of this, use the tools or your own to allow them to dissipate. There is a daily protocol sheet which just has a list of some of the things that you can be doing. There is also an example of a completed planner, but I'm sure you can all work that out. In the next few videos, though, we're going to be going through every single different section on this planner, so you know what they're about and why they're in there, and any other information you need about them to help you when you are working through the 21 days.